in the description are my 3 films: The Trap, Case of Death, and The Man Who Died. If you enjoy them, pass them on to other people. Much appreciated. How can I do this review where I'm going to gain the interest of everyone? The 2 subscribers, I have more than that, but 2 people listening to me, the algorithm is turned off on this channel. You know, the enemy, the gutter rats, they're there with their button and they go, oh, well, no one's going to hear this guy. Not that anyone would probably want to hear it anyway, but anyway, it's a bit funny, right? They have the little algorithm, but it's like that saying in Silence of the Lambs, and he says when Clarice leaves the room, the Dr. Chilton will put the volume on the TV way up. He does enjoy his petty little games or something like that, right? And it's no different from the algorithm and the people that they. And some people have to be really good on YouTube as well. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that kind of like, you have to be, but there's a lot of people that are fucking useless and they're using these AI voices. Have you heard these AI voices? Now, I'm not a fucking armchair psychologist, but anyone that uses that, man, is just kind of trying to, pull the wool over your eyes and just trying to get clickbait and trying to get, monetized on YouTube and all the rest of it. And most people fall for it. Most people fall for it because they don't really care. And that's cool. That's one of the qualities that I admire in anyone, not really caring. But at the same time, I don't want no fucking computer talking to me and explaining things to me and me laughing at it or whatever, right? So another thing I wanted to talk about, because I'm going to do this small review, whatever the fuck it is, it's some sort of, just talking about a movie that I watched that I thought was not going to be that good, but it turned out to be way better than I thought it was going to be, right? And the movie is Anaconda. But when I get into that, before I get into that, I want to talk about, have you ever seen these, just a thought that went through my head. These people like Leonardo DiCaprio and these small 1-minute videos, and they're talking, and you get these small sound bites of people talking, and then it crosses your mind of like, do you not think that these people get way too much fucking attention? As if like it's like they're curing cancer or something like that, which they've probably done already anyway, but they'd never tell everyone about it. It's a cash cow, right? This is a monetized world, right? Everything's monetized, right? So like, you're not going to get the cure for anything. Right? So, but do you ever think when you're listening to them, what the fuck are these people talking about? They think that you think that they're coming up with a new energy source that's going to, help out the whole world or something. These people are pretending in front of a camera and they're taking their job. Not to say that they shouldn't take their job serious, but they're taking it serious as if they're, curing bone cancer, or they're curing, or they're going to the stars, or they're doing this, or they've created something called a new invention called atomic weaponry, right? Something like that, right? Which has never been created, but like, and I just gives me a chuckle, man. It just gives me a chuckle when I hear these people and just think like, is everyone buying this movie star is equivalent of being a great human being bullshit? And don't get me wrong, I love movies more than the next person, but still, let's call it out for fuck's sake. These people are pretending in front of a fucking camera with wigs and costumes on. Give me a break. It's not exactly an endeavor for an adult human being. Let's be fucking honest about it. All right, but saying that, but these people taking themselves too seriously, that's why I kind of like this Anaconda film. Okay, it starts out basic comedy and, just 2 guys who are in a part of their life where they're just kind of like, middle-aged, and they're regretting, or they're looking back on their younger days with nostalgia. And it starts off basic like that, right? Paul Rudd is in the movie, Jack Black is in the movie, there's some really good actors in the film as well. And what I liked about the movie was this, to counteract what I said a minute ago, is that it does not take itself too seriously. It's actually really good fun. If there's one criticism for the movie, that, because it's not a perfect film, no film is, right? But is that it's a bit too smart arse-ish. Is that a word? Smart arse-ish at times, which I don't really like. Americans do that a lot more than anyone else. It's all a bit too smart arse-ish, if I can say the word. But apart from that, and it's not all the time. It's not all the time. And there's some really genuinely fucking funny things in this film, dude. Genuinely funny. There's a part with, I won't even spoil it because there'll be spoilers and stuff like that. There's just some scenes in it that I was really, and I didn't want to like it. You know, when you're watching a film and you're kind of like, I'm above all this, and we get ego bullshit going through us all the time. That's I'm above this movie, and it's stupid and all the rest of it. And then as I started to break down a tiny bit, it's like, this actually is fucking funny, dude. This is a funny movie, and it works. I don't know why it works. It shouldn't really work, but it does work. So I'd recommend this film to go and see it in the cinema. I thought it was really good. I thought it was a really good idea that they were going to go out and recreate the Anaconda movie and do it very low budget. I mean, really low budget, right? They thought what was it? One part they were saying like, okay, the estimate for the making of the movie, the whole amount of money that we need to make the movie is going to be $2.5 million. They go to the bank teller, and that's what they need. They say, look, all we can give you is 9,000, 9,500 loan. Like, that'll do it. Right. And it was really good fun, man. Right to the end, I thought it was really good fun. If you just let go of kind of like wanting to see something that's it looks brilliant, it's this, it's that, there's great acting. There's really none of that, right? But at the same time, it's really good fun. And that guy is in it. What's his name? Remember the guy that was in, I can always forget his name, the guy that was in Joyride. Remember that film Joyride? He was obviously a lot younger in that film. He was in it with that guy from Fast and the Furious, Paul Walker. He was really good in it. Sandy Newton, is that her name? She was really good in it. Jack Black was good in it. And there were some genuinely, like I said, really funny fucking moments in the film. And when it was over, I was pleased with it. It just ended. I was pleased with the film. And I had small parts of correct, nostalgic emotionalism in tiny little parts of it that kind of like touched you a tiny bit. And I thought that was really, really good. And who knows why certain films work and other films don't. But for me, I thought it was really good. I don't care if there's people don't like it or there's bad reviews about this film. I had a good time watching this movie.